What happens when you take the fastest Cadillac ever built, put it out on the road for 250 miles on the latest Super Cruise software? If you ever wondered that, come along with me today and we're going to find out just that specific answer. All right, we're getting ready to start our 250 mile Super Cruise test. And before we get to go too far in this video, let me make something very clear one more time. This is not an autonomy driving video. Super Cruise is a driver assistance system. Cadillac specifically requires drivers to maintain attentiveness and be ready to take control. So even though I'm going to let Super Cruise handle the steering and the speed on compatible roads, I'm still supervising everything it does. And that's actually what makes this test even more interesting, because I'm not asking, can Cadillac drive itself? I'm asking, does the software update make me a better and less fatigued highway driver? And that's a much more realistic test. So, I've been driving for a while now, so let's talk about what I'm noticing first. The biggest thing I'm looking is for how smoothly Super Cruise handles traffic and lane changes. GM has constantly been improving the system's ability to recognize situations where a lane change makes sense, including passing slower vehicles, dealing with lanes that are ending, and making more room for vehicles entering the highway. And on this drive, that's one of the first things that I'm paying attention to. When the LYRIQ-V approaches slower traffic, Super Cruise can evaluate the adjacent lane, and when conditions are appropriate, it initiates an automatic lane change. It signals, it moves over, it passes, and it can return to the original lane. That sounds very simple, but when you're traveling at 70 miles an hour, smoothness really matters. I don't want a car making sudden decisions or feels like it's darting over into the other lane. I want it to behave like a very good human driver, and that's where the newest software becomes interesting. Alright, as we continue to evaluate this new software update, I must say, one of the things that I really like about Super Cruise is that when it works well. You almost forget that you're doing something technologically impressive. You're just cruising. The car stays centered, it maintains the distance from the vehicle ahead of you, and it even handles the curves. And now, with the latest improvements, GM is also working on the system's lane merging behavior and overall ability. That's important because the real benefit of a system like this isn't necessarily getting you from point A to point B faster, it's reducing the mental workload after 2 or 3 hours on the interstate. That matters. Your hands may not be tired, your eyes might not be tired, but your brain gets tired from constantly making tiny decisions. When Super Cruise handles these repetitive tasks well, that's where this technology really shines. But here are my big 3 complaints. Now, as good as Super Cruise is becoming, I still have 3 things I would like for GM to fix. And these aren't little annoyances. These are things that I think could make the system substantially better. Number 1, move over for vehicles on the shoulder of the road. This is probably my biggest complaint. When there is a vehicle stopped on the side of the road, especially an emergency vehicle, I would like for Cadillac to realize that situation and move over when it's safe to do so. Right now, I still have to make that decision myself, and that means that I have to take control, make the lane change, and then let Super Cruise move over again. Now obviously, I understand why GM is conservative here. So, let's think about what we're asking this technology to do. We're asking it to recognize traffic. We're asking it to monitor surrounding vehicles. We're asking it to make a lane change. Then we're asking it to deal with merging traffic. So I would love to see GM eventually add this capability to Super Cruise, recognizing a stopped vehicle or even an emergency vehicle that is on the shoulder of the road. And when it's safe, make a lane change to the next lane and then automatically move back over. This would be a major update. Alright, we are a little over 250 miles later. What do I think? Honestly, Super Cruise is getting better. I can definitely tell that there are sections of the road that we traveled today that used to be a section where I would have to take over, and that was not the case today. This isn't a system that has stayed frozen since it was introduced. And as they keep saying, GM is introducing and it is improving through software. And the latest generation of improvements show that the company is paying attention to how people actually use Super Cruise on the highway. The lane change behavior is becoming more sophisticated. The system's ability to deal with emergency situations is improving. Driver monitoring and disengagement behavior have definitely been refined. And when everything works together, this is still one of my favorite features of the LYRIQ-V. But I hope and pray, and I really don't think that GM is finished. So what are my final thoughts? If Cadillac could make Super Cruise a little bit more conservative about jumping in front of faster traffic, teach it to automatically move over for stopped vehicles and emergency vehicles when it's safe, and eliminate those random looking trips into the left lane, I think we'd be getting very close to what I would consider the perfect highway driver assistance system. And that's what makes this technology so exciting, because we're not talking about a system that needs to be reinvented. We're talking about a system that is already really pretty good. We're talking about a system that could be exceptional with a few more software updates. So, GM, I've got a couple of things on my wish list. Number one, move over for emergency vehicles. Number two, be a little bit more patient with faster traffic. And number three, let's stay out of the left lane unless we have a reason to be there. Other than that, after this 250 mile test, after driving after the latest software update, I'm actually impressed. But I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm going to keep testing it, because if GM keeps improving Super Cruise at this pace, the next update should make the LYRIQ-V even more impressive.